2 weeks later, Sister Ngozi had found 5 women. 5 women who had been in Pastor Privacy's office for special deliverance. 5 women who had been told to keep quiet. 5 women who thought they were alone. They met secretly at Ngozi's house when her husband was at work. Some of them were shaking. Some couldn't stop crying, but they all had the same story. He told me I had a marine husband, one woman said. Her name was Blessing. She was only 20 years old. He said my grandfather made a covenant that was blocking my destiny, another woman said. Her name was Chiamaka. She was a nurse. He said if I told anyone, I would die within 7 days, the youngest one whispered. Her name was Obioma. She was 19 and still in university. Amaka listened to all of them. Her heart was breaking. This man had destroyed so many lives, and he did it from the pulpit. He did it wearing a white agbada. He did it with a Bible in his hand. What do we do now? Blessing asked. If we go to the church elders, they won't believe us. They love Pastor too much. What if we go to the police? Chiamaka suggested. Police? Obioma shook her head. You think police will arrest a big pastor? They would just collect money from him and arrest us instead for defamation. The room went quiet. Everyone knew she was right. Then what? Amaka said. We just keep quiet while he keeps doing this to more women? No, a voice said from the doorway. Everyone turned. Lady Favor was standing there. Sister Ngozi stood up quickly. Ma, I didn't know you are. I let myself in. Your door was not locked. Lady Favor looked at all of them. Her eyes were red, like she had been crying. I heard everything you people said, and I want to help. Ma, with all respect, you are his wife. Why would you help us? Chiamaka said carefully. Lady Favor walked into the room and sat down. From her handbag, she brought out a phone. This is my husband's second phone. Inside here are messages to 12 different women. Some of you are among them. He has been doing this for years. I knew something was wrong, but I was afraid to face the truth. I was more afraid of losing my comfortable life than of stopping him. She looked at each woman. I am sorry. I am so sorry. I should have spoken earlier. How many of you suffered because I kept quiet? The room was silent. Lady Favor continued. But I'm ready now. I have screenshots of all the messages. I have dates, times, everything. If we go together, all of us, we can stop him. Go where, Ma? Ngozi asked. To Bishop Okafor. Everyone gasped. Bishop Okafor was the head of their church network. He was the one who ordained Pastor Privacy. He was old, strict, and feared by every pastor under him. If anyone could do anything, it was Bishop Okafor. But Ma, what if Bishop doesn't believe us? Amaka asked. What if he protects Pastor instead? Then we go to the media, Lady Favor said. Her voice was strong now. We go to blogs, to newspapers, to social media. We make noise until people listen. I'm tired of protecting a man who uses God's name to destroy people. Ma, what about your children? Blessing asked quietly. Your house, your cars, everything? Lady Favor smiled sadly. My daughter is 17. Next year she will go to university. What kind of mother would I be if I let her grow up thinking it's okay to stay quiet when men abuse their power? What kind of mother would I be if I protect money over women's bodies? She shook her head. I can lose the house, I can lose the cars, I can lose the title of Lady Favor, but I cannot lose my soul. Ngozi started crying, then Chiamaka, then all of them. They were not tears of sadness anymore. They were tears of relief. Finally, someone with power was standing with them. 3 days later, they all went to Bishop Okafor's office in Enugu. Lady Favor led them. She brought the phone with the messages. The women brought their testimonies. Amaka brought the date and time of her deliverance sessions. Ngozi brought her truth. Bishop Okafor was a small old man with grey hair and serious eyes. He listened to everything without interrupting. His face showed no emotion. When they finished, he was quiet for a long time. Do you people know what you are saying? Do you know that Pastor Francis is one of our most successful pastors? His church brings in more money than any other church in our network. He preaches on television. Important people know him. We know, sir, Lady Favor said. That's why he has been able to do this for so long. Who will question a successful pastor? And you, Lady Favor, you are his wife. You want to destroy your own husband? I want to stop my husband from destroying more women. There is a difference. Bishop Okafor sighed deeply. He looked at all of them again. If I investigate this and it's true, Pastor Francis will be removed. His church will scatter. Your marriage will end. You women will be known as the ones who brought down a man of God. People will call you names. They will say you are sent by the devil. Are you ready for that? Yes, sir, they all said together. And you, Lady Favor, he asked. Especially me, sir. Bishop Okafor nodded slowly. Okay, give me 2 weeks. I will investigate quietly. If what you people are saying is true, I will take action. But if you people are lying, you will all face consequences. Do you understand? We understand, sir. We are not lying. The 2 weeks felt like 2 years. Pastor Privacy noticed something was wrong. His wife was cold to him. Some of the women he had messaged were not responding anymore. In church, he felt like people were watching him differently. But he still preached, still shouted fire, still laid hands on people, still smiled for photographs. Then, one Sunday, Bishop Okafor came to Mountain of Fire Breakthrough Ministries. It was unusual. Bishops didn't just show up without informing the pastor first, but there he was, sitting in the front row with 2 other senior pastors. After worship, Bishop Okafor went to the pulpit. He collected the microphone from Pastor Privacy's hand. "Good morning, church," he said. His voice was calm but firm. "I have come here today on official church business. After careful investigation, I have found that your pastor, Pastor Francis Nwosu, also known as Pastor Privacy, has been using his position to sexually abuse women in this church." The whole church went silent. You could hear a pin drop. People looked at each other in shock. Some people stood up. Someone shouted, "It's a lie." Bishop continued, "I have evidence. I have witnesses. I have messages. Pastor Francis has been calling it deliverance, but it is abuse. It is sin. It is criminal, and it stops today." Pastor Privacy tried to grab the microphone. "Bishop, this is not the place." "Sit down," Bishop Okafor said. His voice was like thunder. "You have used this pulpit to deceive people long enough." 2 of the pastors who came with Bishop stood on either side of Pastor Privacy. He had no choice but to sit. "I am removing Pastor Francis from ministry effective immediately," Bishop said. "He is no longer your pastor. He is no longer part of our network. A proper investigation will continue, and if necessary, we will involve the police. Any woman who has been affected by his actions should please come forward. You will be supported, not blamed." The church exploded into noise. Some people were crying, some were shouting, some walked out, some came forward to the altar. Lady Favor stood up and walked to the front. She stood next to Bishop Okafor. Then Ngozi stood, then Amaka, then Blessing, Chiamaka, and Obioma, then 3 more women, then 2 more. 10 women standing at the front of the church. 10 women who found their voice. Pastor Privacy looked at all of them. His face showed shock, then anger, then fear. For the first time in years, he had no words, no smooth explanation, no Bible verse to twist. His wife was standing against him. His victims were standing together. His secret was no longer secret. He was finished. 6 months later, Amaka got a job at a bank. Not because of any deliverance, but because she kept applying, and finally one company called her. Ngozi and her husband were in therapy, learning to rebuild trust and dealing with what happened. Her daughter Chidera was growing healthy and strong. Lady Favor had moved into a small flat with her children. She was selling clothes online to support them. Life was harder, but she could sleep at night now. Her daughter told her, "Mama, you are my hero."
Pastor Privacy was facing multiple charges. Some women pressed charges with the police, others took him to court for civil cases. The story spread online. Blogs wrote about it. People debated it. Some people said the women were lying. Some said they wanted money. Some said they were sent by enemies of the church. But more women started speaking up, not just about Pastor Privacy, but about other pastors, other men of God who used deliverance as a cover for abuse, other churches where this was happening quietly. The conversation had started and it wouldn't stop. Real deliverance comes from truth, from courage, from standing with other women and saying, "This is not okay." Real deliverance comes from finding your voice and using it. That was the real breakthrough.